Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the school shooting that happened in Uvalde, Texas. I'm going to be less talking about my actual reaction to the shooting and more about the political reactions to reacting to the political reactions of the shooting, mostly about the Democrats' reactions and how I think that will affect the political process. Obviously, what happened there was horrific and, evil and, very, very bad. So I'm just going to jump right into this video talking about the Democrat reactions. And I'll mention the Republicans' reactions as well, but Democrats are basically going out there and saying that this could have been prevented if pretty much all of the semi-automatic guns were banned. They want to place much heavier restrictions on guns, ban a lot more guns. Republicans are saying that the Democrats are politically posturing. They are saying that this could have happened either way if this kid actually, or whatever you want to call him, man, kid, he was 18, wanted to do this. He could have gotten another weapon and done it anyway. He, barricaded himself in a classroom and in an elementary school classroom, and I believe it was elementary school, and killed, everybody until, shot at everybody until they were dead. He could have used whatever weapon. He could have used many other types of weapons to get this done. So I'm going to be talking about the Democrats' reaction because, contrary, I think, to what most people think, I have a different take on the Democrats' reaction. I think that it's more looking like politically posturing, more of a like using this to gain political favor, get their legislation passed. This is, in my mind, what is happening at the moment, and I wanted to be talking about this, and I don't think that this will benefit them in the midterm elections. I don't think, at the moment, I just don't see anything happening that could possibly benefit the Democrats. I know they think they can jump on this issue, but I just don't think it will happen. So, we've had lots of reactions from lots of different Democrats, most notably Joe Biden, Barack Obama, to the shooting, and mostly about guns and police reform. For some reason, I believe they were talking about police reform because it was George Floyd's and the death of George Floyd's, the anniversary of that. But nonetheless, I'm going to be just showing you this video of Beto O'Rourke, in my mind, just, making a fool of himself, using this, trying to, shout in front of the governor of Texas at one of these, at the press conference or not a press conference, or whatever they were doing there, to talk about what happened, and using that to try and use that for a political advantage. I'm going to show you the video. I thought it wasn't that, I was just kind of appalled by that. I mean, but I guess that's my own opinion. And I guess my opinion will affect how I think the Democrats will be affected by this. But I'll show you the video, and then I'll talk a little bit more about it. So let's do this. Let's make sure the volume is up. Let's see. All right, here we go. That's actually a longer video. I may not show the whole thing.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sit down. You're out of line and an embarrassment. Sit down and don't play this stuff.
The next shooting is right now, and you are doing nothing.
No, he needs to get his ass out of here. This isn't the place to talk this over.
This is totally predictable when you.
Sir, you're out of line. Sir, you're out of line. Sir, you're out of line. Please leave this auditorium. I can't believe you're a sick son of a bitch that would come to a deal like this to make a political issue. It's on assholes like you. Why don't you get out of here?
So that's basically all that I think I need to show. This is not going to help Beto O'Rourke. This was not the move for him to make, or for most Democrats to make. I don't think people are looking at this as like, oh yeah, this is righteousness, and these people are all of a sudden, really caring about this, and they do it like it. I think most people see this as a reaction. The Democrats in particular, because they have the majority in the government at the moment, think that they can use this tragedy to advance a political agenda. In this case, banning assault rifles, doing their best to break down the Second Amendment. We saw back in Buffalo, they were using that shooting to attack white supremacy and encourage social media companies to go after hate speech. And that was another example of political posturing. You didn't see them, reacting to other horrific events that happened. for political reasons. This, in my mind, is just another reaction to a horrific event the Democrats are using for political reasons. I do not believe that this will help the Democrats in the 2022 midterm elections. Obviously in Buffalo it was about free speech and white supremacy. Now it's about guns and the Second Amendment, and I just don't think it will help. It's nothing really is going to happen that's going to change things, and I think that this only hurts Beto O'Rourke. People want to hear, most people don't really want to hear this right after a horrific event happens. They just want to hear, like whatever. People, I don't know how to explain it, but not immediately jumping into politics, talking about other things, talking about just what happened and how bad it was and mourning. That's what they want. And they don't want this. And this is like so quick. This is happening right after what happens. I just don't think that this is beneficial for the Democrats. Beto O'Rourke seems to be falling apart in his campaign. This is a terrible move by his campaign. I don't think that Joe Biden sees that this is not very beneficial for him. I think he thinks he can use it, to help him. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. But that's really all I have to say. All that Republicans have to do to counter this is to just basically ignore it. Just don't talk about it. And they can say, I'm not going to react to this. This is political posturing. This is ridiculous. That's all they have to say. And they'll be fine. They'll be fine. So that's really all that has to happen. But this is not a good move by the Democrats. The Democrats, if they were, they would wait at least a little bit and then, try to use this for political purposes. But I just don't think doing it 2 days after a shooting or 1 day after a shooting is any way smart or good at all. You have to be somewhat politically, tactful, and this is just not what I'm seeing. Anyway, that's really all I have for you today in this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments your thoughts to the Democrats' reaction, and if you think my analysis is right or not. I mean, I guess it was more opinionated, but it's my thoughts, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. And like the video. Stay tuned for more videos. I always love to hear all of your opinions in the comments and hear what you guys have to say. So yeah, have a great day. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and see you all very soon.